welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on my videos, but especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Sorry, I was laughing because I have this little box that says give it to God. And when I tell you, I just want to rub on it right now. Right now. I truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. If you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future, family, and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. I sang the Friday song on the Thursday video, but that's just the kind of weekend and the week that I have had. But today is actually Friday. I'm not going to sing the whole thing again because at the end of the day, y'all know, just got paid Friday night, and we are here to do a budget versus actuals and take care of things because I went into it this morning. I started to pay some bills, went into YNAB, covered some overspending that I had, and I'll be doing a YNAB video next week. I know I haven't done one in a week or two. I'll be doing one next week to kind of show you guys how I'm going to build up to my Transfer Tuesdays now going forward. But at the end of the day, I go in, I'm covering overspending and handling things. I look at the budget because I wanted to see how much, money came in today. But then I realized this thing right here. I don't know why I keep forgetting Lawn Love, but I do. Y'all saw how tight the budget was. On yesterday's video, I only had $4 to spare. That's definitely not 75. So let's talk about it and just figure out what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to go back up here. Again, we are covering the paycheck that I received today on the 27th. And this check has to cover between June 27th and July the 10th. I'm sorry, y'all. OCD kicking in. I need a dash in there. Okay. So let's talk about where we are. I think I did have a little rollover, but I'm going to say it's a wash for right now. I just want to leave it in there until I get to YNAB and actually start to allocate money on the next video that you'll see after this one, because then I'll know what I was working with as far as the money. And when I do a closeout, if I need to add that rollover, I guess I can at that point. All right, so I did have $1,500 go into the bills account. My variable account, this is the first time I'm paying back the 401k loan. So I was budgeting $875. It was actually $910 that I received. So let's add all that together. Anything in green is good, anything in red is bad. So I'm actually working with, let's turn that green, working with $2,410. All right, now fixed expenses. Now that we have the Lawn Love written in here, I know for sure we're not going to handle any of this gray that you see here. Those were bills that are due on the actual 11th, and we're not going to factor them into the budget. What I can tell you is that I still have $140 in my bills buffer account. I've paid my I paid my mortgage for July already, $858. I paid my car note already for June, $520. So I do know, and I know I told you guys that with Big Bertha, I know I told you guys that the next time you saw her, I was going to have July filled out. Because that was just yesterday. But what I do want to cover, so I had to go in and look at some things when I realized I had not paid Lawn Love. So I paid my mortgage yesterday. Okay. So I'm getting paid today, the 27th. I get paid the 11th. And I get paid on the 25th before my mortgage is due again. So there is wiggle room in there. In fact, I don't have to contribute for my mortgage for this check, the 27th check. I do need to make sure I give for mortgage on the 11th and on the 25th to cover the mortgage payment for August. I'm not going to keep that whole, what was that? $430. I'm not going to keep that whole $430 now and try and spend it. But what I am saying is there is some fluff built in here with these split bill payments that I'm making, because I do get paid 3 times, twice a year, and I'm still trying to contribute the same amounts. So that's what led to me having some extra that's there. So I already have $140 in there, plus I don't necessarily have to even save the $430 for mortgage, and I would still be okay. Still got to save the $270 for auto, because the auto payment is due on the 19th. So I only had the 27th and the 11th to save up for that payment. So I definitely still have to give that $270. And in fact, what I'm gonna do here is, and these are the adjustments that you're seeing for the actuals. So I'm still gonna give 140 for giving. I am going to do the 270 still for mortgage. I'm sorry, for auto. For mortgage, I think I'm gonna do 250. Yeah, 250. Oh, let's color that in red. It's less, but I don't care. It's less than I planned on giving. We're going to do $250 there. Again, I have wiggle room in there. I want to put something aside. I don't want to spend that whole mortgage payment, but I am going to put that $250 over there. And then I expect everything else to still come out as expected here, because they are on auto drafts for most of this. And what I am glad about as well is that I can still give 175. I actually might end up bumping that up now. I'll be honest, since I'm taking 200, you know what I'm going to do? I know I'm talking through it as I'm doing it. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to do 230. That's going to give me a straight $200 extra in here as fluff. Not fluff, but to help with some of this other stuff. I'm going to actually bump up my electric, and I'm going to pay them $200, because this next check and the check after that, y'all seen how hot it is. I'm anticipating the bill to increase a lot. So let me put a little bit more towards that. And then here for BET Plus is still going to be the same. Spotify the same. Property insurance the same, Audible the same, and Paramount the same as well. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to do for my actuals here on the side. Let's add all of that up and let's see where we are. Got to keep that lawn love there too. I don't know why I keep forgetting about them people, but them people are important. Okay. Plus 230, 270, 25, 8. Did I mess that up? 10, 200, 6, 18, 175, 19, 13, and 75. It should be 1239, which is less than what I expected to pay. Oh, did I do this backwards? Should this have been in? Yeah, I did it backwards. All right, so this, I got to make sure I do this right. 230, we're going to put it in green. And I'm paying more for my electric, so we'll put that in red. That way this makes a little bit more sense later on when I'm looking at it. Okay. All right, so, and then 75 is extra because I forgot about them. So the total now is $1,239 for fixed expenses. And let's subtract that from 2410. And that's going to equal $1,171 that is left over. 1,000. That's more. So let's put that in green. $1,171. All right. I am going to give this same amount. And again, I'm going to talk through during the YNAB video kind of how I'm going to be treating this for my variable expenses so that I can tackle my Chase Freedom credit card a lot more. But we're going to leave all of these the same for right now. And I'm going to say that that is $590. We're going to subtract that. So that leaves me with $581. And we're going to put that in green. Okay. Now that is still the only debt that needs to come out. So let's put this 581 here. And so put that as 82. Let's subtract 82. And that leaves me with $4.99. Okay. And let's put that $4.99 up here for my actual. And the only thing that I'm going to contribute more to is I'm gonna go with 70, going back to 70 here, because the WTH covers my buffer, my car maintenance, my medical, those types of things. I took some money from my South Carolina land fund to help take care of some expenses, because YNAB forces you to do that. Like, you cannot, it gets annoying if you spent money and you don't have the money to cover it. And I do want to start to contribute some money back to that. So I'm going to put that back up to 70. I'm going to leave subscriptions the same. And I'm going to leave family, this business, the same as well. Now, I do have $400 that I put aside for Corinne's graduation party. And I'm going to see if I can convince her not to do anything at the house. Maybe have her and 2 or 3 of her friends do something really cool, like doing a body butter class, or to how to make it, or something like that, and see if I can get away with that. So I'm going to talk to her about that. One single event, pick up everybody, take them there, let them have their fun, and then let them go about their business. You know, maybe take them out for dinner as well. And that $400 would cover all of that. So I'm thinking I might do that. So I'm going to leave this family business at 40 because I was trying to continue to beef that up. We'll leave that there. Wish Farm stayed at 50. Right, the Vision stayed at 30. I think Dreams Come True did stay at 50 as well. So I'm going to up acrylic box to 25 again. And I don't know if I have, did I have an extra 40 in there too? Yeah, so let's do this back up to 100. I'm actually going to go back to doing my Monday minis here, $50 each week, just to keep my mind set in a savings way. And every week when I was doing those savings challenges, it just seemed to make me save a little bit more. I don't know what it was about doing savings challenges every week, but it just helps you to build some positive momentum. And so I think that is what I'm going to go back to doing. All right, so I have $4.99 that's left over, and so now 70 plus 20. Oh, I didn't even write any of that in. 40, 50, 30, 50. This is still going to be a total of 40, 20, 20. And then let's see what that's going to be. So 70, 20, 40, 50, 30, 50, 40, 25, and 100 equals $425. And that is more. And I'm going to consider that to be a good thing. So that's 425 minus 499. And so that should leave me $74 as a buffer in the account. And I feel a whole lot better about that. So again, I had to look at the calendar. And I was checking her out yesterday, Big Bertha, but it just bypassed my mind that I just made my mortgage payment. So because of that, I can reduce some of the amount that I'm putting as far as the mortgage is concerned. Remember, my mortgage is $858. So I'm putting $230 towards that now. $858 minus $230. So I still have the 11th and the 25th to save up $628. If I continue to give $430 for these next 2 paychecks, that will be $860. And so I will have contributed an extra $232 towards my 1 month ahead. So I feel better about this now that I'm looking at the calendar and paying a little bit more attention. So this is what my actuals kind of will end up looking like. I needed to do this video now because I'm getting ready to go to the bank to take out some money, and I wanted to make sure I was going to take out the exact amount that I could. And this is what it's looking like now that I've actually gotten my check in. It was a little bit more than expected. Now that I've accounted for Lawn Love because I forgot about them again, and I'm still going to be able to cover all of my bills as far as mortgage and auto is concerned, and give a little bit extra to electricity. So I think I am good. Okay, that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.